Yeah, good evening. Start out with a serious song. This is partly written as an honoring song to some tribal friends of mine. Mother Earth, Father Sky, hear your children call. Poison rides the wind that blows, stains the rains that fall. Your finned and furred and feathered ones have nowhere left to hide. Oh, Mother Earth, Father Sky, hear your children cry. Mother Earth, Father Sky, hear your children weep. So rare now are the voices of the giants of the deep. Our ocean brothers die each time tuna fishers sing. Mother Earth, Father Sky, hear your children wail. Mother Earth, Father Sky, hear your children. Our feathered ones are mourning for the falling of their home. The chainsaws and the fires follow everywhere they fly. Mother, Father Sky, hear your children cry. Hear us, Mother, Father Sky, help us save the beauty of our lives. Mother, Father Sky, hear your children pray. The creatures now are counting down the number of their days. Help your human children mend the damage of their ways. Mother, Father Sky, hear your children pray. Hear your children moan. Hear your children. Your children call. It's a pretty serious song. Life is sacred, music is sacred. And in the end, that makes sacred pretty mundane. It's just everyday stuff. While I'm thinking about issues and stuff, this is another song. When I first started writing it, I thought it was going to go someplace completely different, and I couldn't finish it for years because I had that idea. And then finally one day it told me where it wanted to go. I hear my kids out playing with their brand new space age heroes, reminding me of younger days, how those times have changed. Looking back on cowboy days, riding hard on backyard plains. Now the cowboys are all spacemen, and they ride a different range. And at first I kinda smiled, then it made my blood run cold. My kids play at Space Wars like that's all the future holds. God bless my cowboy heroes and fill my worried soul. Help me teach my children what those cowboys seem to know. You can't take your guns to heaven, can't take war on high. Good Lord, don't let killers ride that range up in the sky. You can't take your guns to heaven, as all good cowboys know. Won't you play with guns? You got to stay down here below. Our radios and telescopes and rockets search the sky. We say no one's out there, or someone would reply. Knocking hard on heaven's door, guns and bombs in hand. No one ever answers, and we never understand. You can't take your guns to heaven, can't take war on high. Good Lord, don't let killers ride that range up in the sky. You can't take your guns to heaven, as all good cowboys know. Won't you play with guns? You got to stay down here below. Want to play with guns? First time I heard this song was by a guy named Dakota Sid, who lives in Nevada City, which is kind of like an ongoing identity crisis in his life, you know. But he does sing some good songs. This one happens to be originally written by Guy Clark. And it's another way of looking at the world and its problems. And I think it's a neat song because he took just about every ology you could think of. I mean, geology, anthropology, psychology, all them ologies, that maybe proctology, and he got them all into one 3-minute song. And it goes like this. When I sit in contemplation of our human situation, I always feel a certain sense of pride. Our achievements are so many and so mighty, All the evidence could never be denied. But my reverie is shaken, my thoughts are always taken by that tragedy that happened long ago, when there rode through the land beings awesome and grand, the fabulous dinosaurs. Oh, they were creatures in a manner quite reptilian, in their unique and stylish way. Their numbers could be reckoned in the millions, but there are zero of these heroes left in this modern world today. Oh, they had music, art, and fashion. There was dinosauric passion. I'm sure they'd be enraged and mortified when they're mentioned today. And it's only to say their brains were small and they died. Well, now perhaps some asteroid that Mother Earth could not avoid was the agent of their premature demise. I've heard that such things can really happen, and who are we to criticize when we'll spend most any price to have the ultimate device that ensures a perfect global suicide? I would venture instead that the humanoid head is where the tinier brains reside. And when we're gone, our works will start to crumble till nothing can be found. 10 million years from now, some guy will stumble on our fossils, and some expert will begin to expound in a scientific study to his cockroach science buddies how the evidence could never be denied. They were big, dumb, and slow. They couldn't go with the flow. Their brains were small, and they died. So this song is for the economy, because the economy is in dire need of some good music. Humpty economy climbed up Wall Street until poor Humpty fell on his head, not his feet. And the president, his minions, and congressmen all stuck Humpty's biggest pieces back up on the wall. And they looked up in wonder, and they said it's a sign that the rest of poor Humpty could recover in time. But they dared not look down at the guck and the goo, and the pieces of eggshell still stuck to their shoes. For eggs are like bubbles, and once it's been cracked, what they were is all over, and there's no going back. And donkeys and elephants never were made for walking on eggshells or using band-aids. But that rotten old egg had a soul in his shell, so now your finances may have a bad smell. Say a prayer for poor Humpty, but be warned to be discreet, and don't let your nest egg climb up on Wall Street. Now we can do one that's a little closer to home than that too. It's still for the economy. I originally wrote this as the bicentennial song. It's spelled B-U-Y. So, how many pieces of plastic have you got in your pocket? How about you? Or you? How many pieces of plastic do you have in your purse or your pocket? Hmm? This song's for you. Come gather round and listen if you would like to live, surrounded by the good life our economy can give you. Now some fancy clothes and a house and a car will make your life sublime. And you don't have to have the cash, just promise out your time. Now a credit card will get you dressed and a loan will buy your car. And 30 years a mortgage buys you a house with a built-in bar. What you'll probably need, and you can get it all on credit. Promise that you'll pay a whole lot more than it's all worth, and it's all yours today. Now you don't need much money, just a little each payday. You too can look like big success the great American way. Those convenient monthly payments are such an easy game to play. Just trade in your tomorrows on the things you want today. It should be a sing-along. Now a credit card will get you dressed and a loan will buy your car. And 30 years a mortgage buys you a house with a built-in bar. And you can get it all on credit, promise that you'll pay a whole lot more than it's all worth, and it's all yours today. Yeah, you know, I tried to sell it to the bank for a singing commercial. And they said it was too much truth in lending. Oh. You know all that talk about the huge concentration of wealth at the top of the economic pile. Now, do you know basic accounting? Money you are owed goes in your assets column, right? Okay. All those folks at the top, their assets are all of our debts. That concentration of wealth is a huge concentration of debt. And you know what? We don't have the money to pay it all. So those people at the top of the economic pile that are acting so high and mighty and all powerful, in reality, they're in the same boat we're in. And what you're seeing them pulling all these shenanigans they have, what you're seeing is acts of desperation, not power. Just rats in a corner wondering where to run next. And that's all I'll tell you about the economy for the moment. Well, you just got here, Laney. What kind of a song would you like to hear? Happy song, sad song, love song, blues song, utter drivel, more drivel, take your pick. Romantic things now? Okay, we'll go off into romance. Shall we start with the mushy side of it or the... What? Tried to call, but I got no answer. I tried again, well, I should have known. Let that phone ring on forever, hoping maybe you'd get home. Finally hung up, feeling foolish. I guess love is all. Of those crazy things we do for love, like I do from love. Guess I'm just another fool in love. Yes, I'm just another fool in love, being crazy over you. Last night I heard an old cow out there talking with the moon. They were laughing over love, trading times when they were due. And I didn't feel so lonely. I went out in the house on two, telling all of God's creation why I'm so in love with you. Yes, I'm just another fool in love, acting crazy like they do. Yes, I'm just another fool in love, being crazy over you. Yes, I'm just another fool in love, acting crazy like they do. Yes, I'm just another fool in love, being crazy over you. Over you, over you. That's, yeah, sometimes it works out like that, and sometimes it don't. Once upon a time, many years ago in Atlanta, Georgia, I had to do an audition for this place I wanted to play. And it was in the early afternoon, and I got there, and lo and behold, the lady doing the audition was really good looking. She was definitely a good looking woman. Unfortunately, it was skin deep. And by the end of that audition, if she'd have been a man, I would have popped her in the nose on the way out. I mean, it went bad. And that kind of thing makes you stew, you know? You can't get it off your mind. So I was still stewing about it in the evening. And then what happened? But she gave me a song idea. Anybody gives me a good song idea is a friend of mine. That bitch is a friend of mine. Oh, I fell for you when our eyes met, but I guess that you ain't falling yet, 'cause all you done is kick me while I'm down. Oh, I love you, but you love me just as far away as I can be. I guess there ain't no use in hanging around. I saw you and thought that this would be my lucky day, but Lady Luck just laughed and watched me fall. So heaven only knows how much I love you like I do, 'cause telling you's like talking to the wall. I let it rain and let it snow, and that don't make me feel as cold as looking in the ice cubes of your eyes. But there's nothing stops without first starting, so let me thank you while departing. Ah, thanks to you, our love will never die. Could have been the perfect match, but you just blew it out before it ever had a chance to burn at all. So heaven only knows how much I love you like I do, except for me and my old friend the wall. And you know it's true. I mean, every one of you ladies in here has done that to some guy. And there's always, all of us guys have been just dumb enough to be on the receiving end, too. Add up all the days I have loved. Remember every way I've ever loved. Put them all together, everything we've done before. I will tell you now I love you more. It's always as the sun rises more, easy as a river runs to sea. I find that there's a way to love you more each passing day. It don't matter if it's fair or stormy weather. It's hard to go to sleep at night without you in my arms. I'd do it just to see you in my dreams. Oh, do you know how long you've been the beauty in the song that come to me when I'm just trying to say I love you? Adding up the days that I have loved, remembering every way I've ever loved, adding up the times you've been the reason for the rhymes that come to me when I'm just trying to say I love you, I love you, I love you. Adding up the days. That's Christie's song. There's about 8 Christie songs, somewhere in that neighborhood. And then there's Mary's song, and Marilyn's song, and Alice's song, and Ann's song, and sometimes I think the only reason I'm hung up on women is I just don't want to lose my inspiration. You know, don't hang out, ladies don't hang out with musicians. Don't do it. I don't recommend it. And if you've done it, you know why. This ought to be a folk song. So I kind of made it into one. And I'm pretty sure it's one of those songs that's going to last a really long time. And it's a sing along. And I'm sure you're all going to know it. I'd like a little more guitar. Day after day I'm working, but I look for the light through the pouring rain. Living's a game I'd hate to lose, and I'm feeling the strain. Ain't it a shame? Come on, give me the beating, boys, free my soul. I wanna get lost, rock and roll and give me the beating, boys, free my soul. I wanna get lost, rock and roll and drift away. Beginning to think I'm wasting time. Hey, I don't understand all the things I do. Outside seems so unkind. I'm counting on you to carry me through. Come on, give me the beating, but free my soul. I wanna get lost, rock and roll and drift away. Give me the beating, but free my soul. I wanna get lost, rock and roll and drift away. I've been putting my mind so that a melody can flow. And when I'm feeling blue, guitars are ringing through and joy that you give to me. I want you to know I believe in your song. It's the rhythm and rhyme and harmony. They help me along, making me strong. Come on, give me the beat, boy. Free my soul, I want to get lost. Rock and roll and drift away. Give me the beat, boy. Free my soul, I want to get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Give me the beat, boy. Free my soul, I want to get lost. Rock and roll and drift away. Give me the beat, boys. Free my soul, I want to get lost. Rock and roll, drift away. Give me the beat, boys. Free my soul, I want to get lost. Rock and roll, drift away. Drift away. Dobie Gray, recently deceased. And that song just deserves to be in the oral tradition. You know, he nailed something about music. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the backseat song. And I think the rest of it is self-explanatory. I was tripping on the scenery and rolling down the road about as cool as any man could ever be, when I saw a pretty lady by the side of the road with her thumb almost far out at her knee. Hot pants all around the body built to match, you know, I nearly put my foot right in the floor. As I stomped on the brakes, come squealing to a stop, and even ran around and opened up the door. And you know, I was thinking about doing what you're thinking if your head is where I think I know you are. And you know, I was thinking those General Motors pushing in the backseat of my car, trying to remember every back road in the county where I'd maybe find a quiet place to park, with Lady Luck standing by the side of the road, wondering if I have to wait till dark. Well, I told her she should drive if she'd like us to survive, because I'd never keep my eyes on the road. But the lady smiled and said she was sure I'd keep my head, and then she asked me just how far I planned to go. And I said I didn't know, because I just got started, but I was going just as far as I could get. And the lady laughed and said that there was just one little question that she wished I'd answered now that we had met, and she said, "Do you believe in the hereafter?" And I said, "The what?" And she said, "The hereafter," she said. "If you ain't hereafter when I'm hereafter, you gonna be hereafter I'm long gone." Said, "I don't mind you thinking about doing what you're thinking in your head is where I think I know you are. 'Cause I've been thinking about doing what you're thinking, but I can't stand the backseat of a car. So you better have another place in mind where we're going, babe. We ain't gonna do it where we want. I don't mind doing what you're thinking about doing, but I can't stand the backseat of a car." Well, I couldn't quite believe it, thought my mind must be deceiving me. I took off down that road just like a shot. But I got me so excited that I put us in the ditch, and you know that's all the further that I got. switched for a ride, and I was praying for the record to arrive like Superman and save the day. When the record come along, she hopped into the cab, and I heard her calling as they pulled away. Well, I don't mind doing what you're thinking about doing, but I can't stand the backseat of a car. And in the ditch you can't, because the car's on such a slant, so baby, this is where our ways go apart. Well, I wish you better luck the next chance you get to pick me up really tender, feeling like you are. I don't mind doing what you're thinking about doing, but I can't stand the backseat of a car. Which is about 6 weeks after I wrote that song. I actually picked up a lady hitchhiker who looked the part. And she got in the car and I asked her where she was headed, and we took off down the road. And every time I tried to talk to her, I started laughing. I couldn't say, how's the weather? You know what I mean? It was just... By the time I let her off, she probably thought I was a little bit weird. This is a guitar with a hubcap. It sounds like a guitar with a hubcap. But some songs, that's what they need is a hubcap. And when I'm rich and famous, I'm going to buy 4 of them, and put them on my truck. They're probably whistling in the wind and everything. Tom Russell wrote this song, maybe with some help from Dave Alvin. I'm just trying to make a living, an old man at 39. My 2 kids and my ex-wife moved up to Riverside. I'm an agent on the border, drive the back roads late at night. In the mountains east of El Cajon, above Tecati's lights, where the California summer sun can burn right through your soul. But in the winter you can freeze to death in the California snow. I catch the ones I'm able to, watch the others slip away. Some I know their faces, I might even know their names. And I guess they think that we're all movie stars and millionaires. Guess they think their hopes and dreams can all come true up here. But I bet the weather's warmer way down in Mexico. No one ever told about the California snow. Last winter I found a man in white, long about daybreak. lying in a frozen ditch north of the interstate. And I wrapped him in a blanket she'd already tied. We sent that man on back alone, south of the border line. And I don't know where they came from, where they planned to go, but he carried her body half of that night through the California snow. Sometimes the things I've seen up here make me think about my life. Might go up to Riverside, try to fix things with my wife. But maybe I'll just get in my truck, drive as far as I can go, away from all these coasts that haunt the California snow. Yeah, the California summer sun can burn right through your soul. In the winter you can freeze to death in California snow. California summer sun burn right through your soul. In the winter you can freeze to death in the California snow. I like that song because it actually makes you sympathetic to both sides at once. That's a hell of a piece of writing. To do that. And this is another of the Christie songs. Oh, the first time that I saw you, you were just 18. Long brown hair and big brown eyes to make a young man dream. And I knew I was falling as helpless as could be, with no way knowing if you'd fall for me. Falling for you and all your charms. Falling, won't you catch me in your arms? Falling in a love that has no end that I can see. Let's fall together, you and me. Then came the time we broke up. I said we were through. Said I'd find another, I'd get over you. But the next time that I saw you, I knew it wasn't true. I was still falling in my love for you. Falling for you and all your charms. Falling, won't you catch me in your arms? Falling in a love that has no end that I can see. Let's fall together, you and me. Now the years have flown, the kids are grown, I see signs of gray. But there's still magic in those eyes that stole my heart away. You smile at me and I still see a dream that's coming true. I guess I'm still falling in my love. Falling for you and all your charms. Falling, won't you catch me in your arms? Falling in a love that has no end that I can see. Let's fall together. Now let's fall together. Now let's fall together, you and me. Yeah, I wrote a song about how we first met. Wow, 40 years later, something like that. What time is it about? 8:53. I'm going to do you one more song, take a short break, get a little more coffee, maybe retune the dobro to a different key, and crank back up. Looking at reflections in the mirror of my time, at the people of the places, the years I left behind. There's some that left me not so young, sometimes not so old, like a dance of changing partners, come who will and come what may. Crossing paths we come together, then we go our separate ways. It's mine, the music and the step, will you dance with me? In the footsteps of creation and the dance of a tree. So what's to be our melody? Whose hand writes the theme? And who will set the step? What's to be the harmony? And who's the voice that echoes from the deepest of my dreams? Saying we who are the dancers write the song. Watercolor lifetime, the changes run and blend through the winning and the losing, starting all over again. It's dancers, stranger partners, brother, sister, lover, friend. I make up rhymes and reasons for not much company. Guess my heart beats to a vision no one else can seem to see. My heart's a lonely drum, marking time, leading me in the footsteps of creation and the dance of a tree. So I'm dancing through confusion, dancing at the dreaming in my So what's to be our melody? Whose hand writes the theme? Who will set the step? What's to be the harmony? And who's the voice that echoes from the deepest of my dreams, saying we who are the dancers write the song, saying we who are the dancers write the song. So, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and we'll go right back to it.